Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing the Threefold Law and how it weaves through our everyday lives. This isn't just a concept tucked away in an ancient book or recited during ritual. It's a living, breathing principle that can guide our daily choices and shape our spiritual path. Whether you're just beginning your journey into Wicca and Paganism, or you've walked the path for many seasons, understanding the Threefold Law can deepen your practice and shift the way you experience the world. So what is the Threefold Law exactly? Let's begin with the heart of the matter. The Threefold Law is a foundational belief in Wicca that states whatever energy you send out into the world, whether positive or negative, will return threefold. That's right, 3 times as strong. That's what it means. Think of it as energetic cause and effect, similar to the law of karma in Eastern traditions, but with its own unique flavor. Where karma is often viewed as a balancing force across lifetimes, the Threefold Law emphasizes personal accountability now, in this life, in this moment. But it's not punishment. It's not a threat. It's an invitation to live with intention. It's a call to mindfulness. Now, you might be familiar with the Wiccan Rede, which reminds us, "And it harm none, do what ye will." The Threefold Law reinforces this with the echo of that rede, showing us that when we act without harm, when we radiate kindness, compassion, and truth, those ripples return to us in powerful and surprising ways. But the reverse is also true. When we act out of malice, spite, or selfishness, we risk drawing the same kind of energy back into our lives, threefold. Like attracts like. It's one of the basic tenets of the universe sometimes. You get back what you send out. Now let's explore what this looks like in everyday life, because the Threefold Law isn't just something we reflect on during Sabbats and Esbats. It should be something we strive to live. Words matter. Words carry energy. When we speak with cruelty, even in a moment of frustration, we may unleash a storm far larger than we intended. Gossip, passive aggression, sarcasm, these things may feel small in the moment, but under the Threefold Law, they can snowball into larger consequences. I think we've all experienced this at one point or another. That doesn't mean we walk on eggshells. It means we speak with integrity. And when we offer kind words, encouragement, a compliment when someone really needs it, those return too, sometimes as unexpected blessings in our own lives. Intent matters just as much as action. If you act kindly but harbor resentment, the energy you've truly sent out is mixed, conflicted. That's why self-awareness is so important in Wicca. The Threefold Law teaches us that we must be honest not only with others, but with ourselves. You can't lie to yourself and expect to get anywhere. Sorry, there are a few little flies around. It's summer, after all. But you want to take your time to notice your inner landscape. Are you acting from fear? From love? From ego? Or from a place of balance and wisdom? You don't need to cast a spell to work magic. Holding the door for someone, feeding a stray cat, picking up trash on your walk. These are all energies you're sending out into the world with their own form of spell. And under the Threefold Law, they come back to us. It might be a stranger helping you on a hard day. It might be a job offer you weren't expecting. Sometimes it's just an unshakable feeling of peace. These aren't coincidences. They're the universe's response to what you already put out into the world. Now let's talk about nuance, because life isn't always black and white. Sometimes you do a good deed and bad things still happen. Sometimes you make a mistake and nothing seems to come of it, at least not right away. That's where perspective matters. The threefold law isn't always obvious. It doesn't always show up as a clear reward or punishment. Sometimes the return is symbolic. Sometimes it's internal, a lesson learned, a shift in awareness. And sometimes it's delayed a little bit. But the energy always moves, always circulates, always returns, like a tide pulled by the moon. The threefold law isn't about guilt, it's about growth. We all mess up, we all react poorly sometimes, act out of pain or fear. That doesn't make us bad witches or failed practitioners or bad people. What matters is what you do next, what you do after that. Wicca is a path of self-responsibility. When we stumble, we own it. We apologize. We make amends. We reflect. And in doing so, we often soften the threefold law's return. Because the energy we sent out in that healing, in that apology, that's part of the cycle too. That matters just as much as the initial action. So now let's take a moment to talk about spellwork. After all, Wicca is a magical path. When you cast a spell, especially one that affects others, you're engaging with the threefold law in a rather direct way. Protection spells? Excellent, love them. They're rooted in defense, not harm. Healing spells? They're beautiful. You're sending wellness into the world. Love spells? Getting a little dicey, be cautious. Are they built on consent and openness, or on manipulation? Because that matters. Always consider, would I want that spell cast on me? Always ask yourself that. If not, pause and rethink. You can still work towards your goals, but you can do it in a way that honors free will and energetic responsibility. Remember, magic isn't about control. It's about alignment. It's about you, not others. There is no off switch for energy. Whether you're doing spell work or just going about your daily life, everything counts. Your laughter, your anger, your touch, your silence, your generosity, it all becomes a part of the current you create around you. That's the heart of the threefold law. It's not a scoreboard. It's not the universe keeping track and giving you check marks or X's. That's not it at all. It's a mirror. What you send out is what you become. What you become is what you attract. And what you attract is what shapes your path. So, send out what you wish to receive. It's a basic rule in many spiritual paths. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Be nice. It's not a foreign concept. This is something we teach our children. Be nice. So, how do you live Wicca to the best of your abilities? Well, you begin with awareness. You continue with intention. You grow with compassion. You won't always get it right. None of us do. No one is perfect. But if you keep walking with love in your heart, truth in your words, and respect for the energies you shape, you'll be honoring the threefold law in ways far beyond ritual. Thank you for joining us this week. If the threefold law has ever surprised you, whether with a blessing or a lesson, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Your journey might just help someone else along their path. Until next time, walk gently, live intentionally, and blessed be.